So a few months ago, I ran into somebody on YouTube named Coffeezilla. You might have heard of him. Basically what he does is he exposes who he calls fake gurus. These are people who sell online courses for thousands of dollars with really, really hypey advertising.
Hey, here in my backyard.
So, I'm a 17-year-old high school dropout.
What is up, my beautiful ninja family?
Coffeezilla does a really great job of exposing what a lot of these people are doing wrong, but I don't fully agree with everything Mr. Zilla has said. So in this video, we're gonna go behind the scenes on what's actually going on with these business gurus, why they do what they do, how they do what they do, and how normal people like you and I who just wanna learn how to make a good income from the internet can navigate the online course guru maze that is the internet right now. So here we go. This is everything wrong with the online business market right now and how to navigate it without losing thousands of dollars to someone with two first names. First of all, we need to lay some groundwork. And what a lot of people don't understand is that if a product is free, you are the product. Yeah, you heard that right. If a product is free, you are the product. So YouTube is free, for example. Instagram is free, Facebook is free. The reason that these platforms are free is because the owners of the platform sell your data, information about how old you are, what kinds of things you're interested in, your other behaviors online. They sell that data to advertisers so that they can put their products in front of the right groups of people. And you also have to understand that a common advertising trick is to give away something for free, like a free training, a free ebook, a free PDF, something free in exchange for your email address so that these online gurus can spam you and ask you for your money over and over and over again. So you need to beware of free, and honestly paying for things like YouTube Premium or just going ahead and buying an online course instead of trying to get everything for free can be a very, very good move, but you've got to make sure that you're buying from the right person who actually has the expertise, can teach that in a good way, not just the person who has the fanciest webinar or the most ads screaming at you. I think the biggest problems all of these free platforms create for people like you and me is that it creates attention deficit. You can't even watch a how-to video on YouTube without watching like 12 ads during that how-to video that are just distracting you, getting you to try something else or thinking about another software or another program, when in reality, people who are trying to start businesses and make money online just need to focus. So the biggest problem is that there's just so many people selling so many different things that it creates an attention deficit and we can't even focus on taking action because we're too busy watching other people in front of Lamborghinis and private jets. The second biggest problem I see everybody fall into is monkey see, monkey do. And this is kind of how it works. Somebody sees an online business model being peddled by a guru. Let's take social media marketing, for example. So they buy this person's course, and because they can't think or decide anything for themselves, they decide to go into the exact same industry as everyone else. They're going to advertise for chiropractors. So let's say there are 1,000 people who bought the course. The course cost $1,000, or actually $997. So the course seller makes a little bit under $1 million from selling his program, and he doesn't have to do anything except teach all these people what they're supposed to do. But the problem is, all 1,000 people who join the course try to go advertise for chiropractors. And then these poor chiropractors are getting 200 emails a day from all the people in this course. And then these chiropractors are like, what the heck? How did everybody get my email, and why are they emailing me about this? Why can't they email somebody else? The problem with the monkey see, monkey do thing is that nobody thinks for themselves. And the few people that do think for themselves have great results in the program because, let's be honest, most of the people teaching these programs do somewhat know what they're doing. But the problem is that the people that take them can't think for themselves, and so they just all end up going down the same path. And because they're all down the same path, solely for that reason, they fail. The next problem I see is overpromising and under-delivering. Pretty much every online course guru is going to tell you that their course has everything you need to succeed online with their business model and maybe even in life.
I really believe the YTA method is the greatest opportunity of our era.
They prey on unsuspecting beginners who have no clue what they're doing, no understanding of business. They basically tell them they're going to be making $1 gazillion a month by working 2 seconds a day. So you have all this hype built around these programs about how much money the people in the programs are making, which is a very small percentage of the people who join the program end up making that much money simply because not a lot of people can think for themselves, like we discussed. But then on the back end, once somebody pays $1,000 for the course seller usually underdelivers in some way. From what I've seen and from what I've heard, there are some really, really sad stories. And I honestly think these gurus have good hearts. They're looking to sell something that can help people in a very automated and scalable fashion so they can help more people and make more money and, buy more Lamborghinis. But the real problem is that a lot of these gurus are just good at marketing. They're not that good at teaching or mentoring or doing anything else. And so they're able to sell you on the dream, but helping you take action on the dream or helping, your average Joe take action on the dream is very, very difficult. And so a lot of people don't really get the results they're looking for. The next thing I see wrong is the inflated importance of money relative to literally everything else. Course sellers are going to tell you how much money they make, how much money their students make, how easy it is to make money online, and all of these different things. And the problem is the more we hear about the money, the more we fixate on it. It creates distortion in people's lives where they're only focused on money and then they become very one-dimensional. So the course seller is selling the dream of, this dream life. If you make this much money, you're going to have this dream life. But people realize that once they get to that amount of money, they're really lacking a lot of other things in their lives. And it also contributes to something called the Diderot effect, which states that if somebody buys one thing, they're more likely to buy the next thing and the next thing, when in reality, they'd be a lot better off saving the money that they're making and using it to fund their dreams down the line. So the last issue I see that's a really big problem is the pricing of these courses. So there are arguments for and against high prices for courses that I'll discuss here. Course sellers will tell you that charging a high price for your course is better because people will value your expertise more, you'll make more money, you'll attract better customers, and the customers that buy will be motivated because of how much money they spent on your program to actually go take action and make more money. They also tell you to sell your course based on value, not just based on what everybody else is selling their course for, which can lead to some really, really, really inflated prices. Honestly, I agree with a lot of what the course sellers are saying about charging high prices. At the same time, there are people taking this way too far. For example, I had a friend tell me he spent $7,500 on a course that he was really excited about. A few weeks later, I recommended a book to him that's actually a free book. You just have to pay shipping and handling. And after he read the book, this is what he sent me. He said, I did pay $7,500 for a course, which most of the value in that course was in that book. Ouch. It just makes me really sad to hear that, to be honest. You're justified in charging whatever you want for your course, but as buyers, we definitely need to be aware that nothing in these courses is not in a book, is not in a cheaper online course, is not in a coach that you can hire and have one-on-one conversations with instead of buying a course for $7,500. I'm a fan of paying for online courses because it speeds up your process, and I think that it's a great way to learn because it compresses lots of information and hours spent sifting through YouTube videos or blog articles or books into a very concise format, which can help speed up your progress towards your goals. But I have definitely learned that you can always get what you want for cheaper, and paying premium prices doesn't always mean you're getting the best of the best. It's like buying a Ferrari. You can spend $250,000 on a car, or you can spend 1 to 5% of what you would buy a Ferrari for and get 99% of the functionality. The problem is that most people know that they can buy a cheaper car, but not a lot of people know that they can get the same information in a $7,500 course in a free book, which is honestly just pretty sad. So anyways, beware. I would never buy a course from the following people: Dan Lok, Kevin David, Grant Cardone, Tai Lopez, Iman Gadzhi. And the reason that I wouldn't buy courses from them is because they're just too far removed from their customers to really care or understand what they need to know. So if you find a smaller course seller who really cares about their customers, then you're gonna see a lot better results. I've also found really great results hiring personal coaches that can help me and understand, just kind of say like, hey, you're being dumb, which courses you don't have that one-on-one interaction, and you can usually find a really good coach for about the same price as a course and supplement what you're learning in the course with what your mentor is telling you on your one-on-one sessions, which is honestly a great opportunity. If you're interested in an online course that isn't a scam and that is affordable, I sell a course called The Minimalist Entrepreneur. It helps people start businesses that can generate them anywhere from an extra $1,000 to $10,000 a month without spending too much time on the business. The whole idea is that we're here on earth for a specific purpose, and chasing that purpose requires that we have money. And building a minimalist business is the best way to fund our dreams, get the time that we need to chase after them. So I would love to see you in that course if you're interested. The link is down below in the description. Thanks for stopping by the channel, and I will see you in the next video.